What do you mean you can't transport 6-meter reinforcing bars in Xanthia with a trailer? I chose film-coated plywood box plates because they give a super smooth finish, even if they are a bit expensive. It costs around 7-10 euros a plate, because when you start making formwork with boards like that, it's difficult and time-consuming. Every other episode, Solène helps out, but today he's not very motivated, this part of the formwork. Are you listening or what? I learned it earlier. Bosch, 1984. It's summer for the... It was still in German, so I won't even tell you. So the purpose of this formwork is to create a mold into which we'll place scrap metal and pour concrete to support the future windows above and the framework. And here's a little detail. We have to be careful with the plant. The spirit level says we're too low down there. Too low, so we have to go up there. Now that the formwork's finished, we've got 2 levels in both axes. We're going to have to fill in the holes, otherwise the concrete's going to run away. And for that, you use plaster, because plaster dries quickly and it's easy to use. No matter what anyone says, it's easy. And above all, you don't have to knead it until you get the consistency you want at the end. Because in the end, you're looking for a consistency that's thicker than pancake batter. And we mix it very gently because we respect plaster, otherwise it sets too quickly. And there you have the perfect consistency. And now I've got about 10 minutes to work with it. I love it. I love plaster. Phew! It makes beautiful hands, all smooth and soft. There were some big holes. A little smoothing with the hand. If you really want to be a perfectionist, fill it in well. Then the concrete will sit on top. Another very important thing is to keep the troughs clean. Because when you start making plaster, if I make plaster in a trough like that, it takes a minute and a half. I have to keep everything clean, otherwise it's a mess. I'm going to take care of the metal structure that goes into the concrete. So for a 4-meter lintel, my neighbor advised me, he's a mason, to use a foundation chain. 2040 with 10 iron. And so, to reinforce this foundation chain link with concrete reinforcing bars of 20. Because I was at the store and they were out of 16. They said, do you want 20? I said I prefer beer, but I ended up getting a 20 and it goes down well. Anyway, 6 meters was too long. So I cut the right size, a big blow with the disc saw. But that's not all. All that's left to do is to attach the large concrete reinforcing bars to the chain link. That way, it'll hold. I tie my rebar together with a annealed wire. That way, it's easy to handle. And that's it. And there you have it, a proper chain link with 2 15-piece side caps. And I added the remaining 20 bar so that it wouldn't really move. And to keep the chain link raised above the bottom of the formwork, I put in little pieces of stone about 2.25, 3 centimeters long. And I finished off with clamps to prevent the side panels from slipping off. Today it's time for the heavy masonry. Concrete mixer, sand, cement, water. Buckets to measure out. Trolley and garbage can to fill the formwork. She's been waiting for you, buddy. She's been waiting for you, so you flex your muscles a little. There's caps, there's gloves. Come on, put it all in. No. It'll make the bubbles rise. We are professional. For the concrete mix, half a 35 kilo bag of cement, 7 buckets of gravel sand mix, and about 20 liters of water. In terms of safety on the site, you have to use flexible garbage cans, because rigid garbage cans fall on your head, and that's a bit dangerous. And that's it. All done? That's how you make a lateau. It smokes. It took us 4 hours to pour a cubic meter. Tool cleaning is important. You've got to do it properly, because you don't want to be hammering away. Showering is important too. And here's the result so far. Well, there's still a lot of work to do, okay? But if you want to keep up with it all, subscribe. There's nothing to worry about. And if you like it, you can give it a thumbs up. That way, I'm encouraged. And I'm trying to do something a little bit right. Because right now, it's not bad, it's pretty good.